name, and this is not the Comrade Show. Yeah, this is not just man brokers when I say make I just drop. Are they happy today? Very happy. Because the obedient movement will represent big time for Imo. Imo is on fire. Imo is on total shutdown. The boys are doing it. The ladies are doing it. The mamas and the daddies are doing it. May not be smarty for this obedient movement, you know. But why are they happy? I get mixed feelings. I get very sad now, you know, because every day, things they come out, they reveal to us why we they commitment to this movement. I just want to quickly drop and say, man, this movement not be carnival. This is not serious matter to rescue the soul of Nigeria. And I talk basically because of some of our young people, most especially when they see the canvas for somebody like Bola Ahmed Tinubu or somebody like Atiku Abubakar. Nigeria is in trouble. Many of you guys may not know. You know, today, as I talk to you right now, there's the big news when they out there right now. Now, see, the Nigerian military, they intercept, you know, one big ship, a big vessel where it can steal crude oil from Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the ship don't escape, finish safe. Nigeria military can't get to, you know, what I call them, get across to Guinea. Now, Guinea can't help us intercept the ship. And do you know what is happening? This ship was carrying, you know, about 3 million barrels of crude oil. 3 million barrels of crude oil. In fact, I don't vex, I don't tire. We did this country, suffer one kill our enemy. Our own words, they miss. Our major source of revenue na crude oil. And as we speak, there is no minister of petroleum. The person where they directly oversee petroleum industry and ministry and everything in Nigeria na Buhari, since when he entered, since the last 7 years to 8 years. And yet we are reporting, you know, trillions of dollars missing. My people, Buhari is the most corrupt person right now in this world, not just in Nigeria. And all these people when they surround them, when they benefit from this crude oil theft, when they don't want to let us see road, they spend money for subsidy. When Rufai for Arise TV break this thing down, I go show out this video. You know, in fact, I had a crisis last night when I watched Rufai they analyze the whole situation. That the issue of oil theft in Nigeria is organized crime. Organized crime. All of these things are now why we want sanity. Why we want somebody who will be truthful to Nigerians. Why we want Peter Obi to become president. To lock down all these leakages so that the wealth of Nigeria will belong to Nigerians. It will be yes,
commercial. This the commercial.
I don't even know where to start from. It is just obvious that this subsidy thing is a drain pipe. And when you look at it, even taxes that the NNPC was supposed to remit, that's what they borrowed. Now, how can you borrow the taxes you're supposed to remit? That's why when the FIRS was called into the matter, it said that is just for, you know, enforcement and all of that. But they are borrowing these taxes to pay subsidy. NNPC too has not also remitted money to FARC. Over 60% of the revenue used to service states and all that are now coming from FIRS taxes. So predominantly it's safe to say that in a while, NNPC have not put money in the pots, all in the name of this subsidy. And yet, this subsidy is very nebulous because you are paying 283 naira per litre. What are you telling us invariably? 18 billion per day for 64 million litres. Let Nigerians go and challenge amount of litres. Is that 64 million litres also part of the millions of litres that is taken away, driven away in tankers to Cotonou, where our fuel is being sold for cheap? And Niger? Is it Nigerians that are consuming the 64 million litres? As at 2019, we had 11.8 million registered cars. Year on year, every year, at least 300,000 to 400,000 cars are bought. Most of them, Tokumbo. Less than, Tokumbo means fairly used second-hand vehicles. Less than less than 10 or 20,000 of these are Nigerian-made cars, are new cars, or 40,000 of these cars are new cars. So if we are saying we are adding 3 to 400,000 new cars every year, 11.8 from 3 years ago, Nigeria doesn't have up to 15 million cars yet on the roads. So is it those 15 million cars that are consuming, and probably add with a chunk change of other examples, my neighbor generators and motorcycles, are those that are consuming 64 million liters every day? But we see our fuel being sold for cheap. So the stealing now is a double whammy. People are driving our tankers over the border to sell our fuel for cheap because they know they will make quick arbitrage. Also, you were talking about the tanker. They are stealing the crude, they are stealing the refined oil we are importing. You are talking about the tanker. That vessel was carrying 3 million barrels. 3 million barrels. The cost of that vessel was $300 million. That was what was intercepted of crude, stolen. $300 million being carried away. So that means nobody can tell me otherwise. Crude oil theft is an organized crime in this country. And it takes rich people to be able to do it. Do you know the maintenance cost of that vessel? Do you know how much you will pay to service that vessel and the crew on board? So this is the only one we saw, $300 million. Imagine how many more that have been taken away like that we didn't see. In just one attempt, we saw $300 million worth of our crude being taken away. We are not investigating that. On top of that, we are paying subsidy that is very nebulous. Then people are crying. Then there's inflation. You see, our leaders in Nigeria owe Nigerians an apology.
Fellow Nigerians, there is no way we can afford to allow, deliberate wickedness to persist in this country. I can tell you of a fact, even though we may not be able to independently verify this, that the other candidates running for the office of the president, apart from, incoming President Peter Obi, they all have a hand in all of these issues. And the only reason why the other two are running is because they want to be in charge of this corruption network. Wickedness, corruption in high places, insatiability. You want to own it all at the expense of the multi-million Nigerians that are suffering every day. That is why if I see people, they come out, they talk, say, Tinubu, what's his name, Atiku Abubakar, I go to cry. You hear the analysis of this man on Arise Television. This is not just small one. This is not the one where we say we can't know. And yet, the country is crying every day. A country where we say he gets commander-in-chief. Every day we are crying, say there's oil theft. They cannot control oil. Millions of liters of oil, crude oil, they have been stolen in Nigeria. And there's somebody who is a trader, who is a custodian that's supposed to be protecting this product. That's why I talk and say, man, anything where you want to keep, you put out for the hand of a thief. You not go see him. Very clearly, without apologies. The president of Nigeria and his cronies, they are the number one thieves we have in Nigeria today. Because the mandate we will give them, say, protect our patrimony, protect our oil, protect lives and property. And they have failed woefully in this. And the only reason why they have failed is because they have compromised. They are selling these things to themselves and their friends. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is inside that circle. Nobody can tell me anything about that. That is why the desperation we can see. Do you know how many millions and trillions that we are losing while we are hungry? Nigeria is potentially the richest country in this world. Potentially the richest. Now we reach past for this world. And yet, we are the poverty capital of this world. My people, you see all this obedient rally when they see so, Not be error. People are suffering. People are dying. People are hungry. People don't see hope. The only hope we see now is the mandate that we are giving to Peter Obi. I beg, whatever is going to cost you to contribute your own quota, to make your vote count, we need to change this direction. And one of the things Peter Obi is coming to do as president, now to plug all these loopholes. How can this kind of magic, 3 million barrels of oil inside one vessel go just enter Nigeria, he go dock, they go fill am, he go comot go another country? We no go know. Abba, it's too much now. It's too much. Anyway, me are not born out too much. Where they don't represent, Imo State don't represent, the obedience movement don't represent. A lot has happened, and I'm very happy. And I showed on some of the images we happen for Owerri. Nigerians are not smiling. We are serious, and the obedient movement is waxing even stronger. Owerri, una well done, una represent. Thank you so much. Una they give us. So Nigerians not be small thing happen for Imo State. They show the love, they show their commitment to say, man, this time has to be different. Everybody must contribute. Everybody must. I beg again. 5 million man march is coming up in September for Abuja. I beg make everybody represent. Let us tell this world that we want change. For once, we want to have Nigeria first with Peter Obi. It has always been the politicians first. All of these barons, it has always been them first. For once, let us have Nigeria and Nigerians first with Peter Obi. That is what Imo is demonstrating. That is what we want everybody from the north, from the south, everywhere to demonstrate. Oh yes, my people, now and the big love when Imo State is showing their own 1 million man march for Peter Obi. It's working stronger. We are not relenting. We are pushing. Let's keep pushing. If you did that, share this broadcast. If he be say, man, this is not the only contribution when we say you go still do, no mind making share. Let the world know. Let Nigerians be hopeful that the movement when all of us embrace right now the one we go lead us to some level of freedom to make this country better for all of us in the future. Obi is the right answer right now. You understand? I'm not also a Messiah, but I say he go fit steer the ship of Nigerian state out of this calamity when we say, man, we just did right now to stabilize us until Nigeria will start to sail properly. My people, like I always talk, now election will talk about, and I'll be with the support, and I'll be with the core support for Peter Obi. You feel know Peter Obi, and all of that. Many people will don't know Peter Obi across Nigeria. This is not Peter Obi. But my brother, if you know Peter Obi, you know Labour. Now error still be. This not the Labour logo. If you look at so, the logo carry mama, it carry papa, it carry pikin for the center. That's a Labour logo. I bet share this broadcast. Share that to mama, share that to papa, share that to children. Tell that to everybody in the village. Make everybody understand. Now so the matter be. On the day of election, if you want vote, just to remind us, now so it go still be. They go still give us one paper, like the one we say I go show at the show now like this so. When as I raise my hand at the scene, now that hand so now we will take some print. You see that label logo for them now, mama, papa, and pikin. We go put it inside the box. They will come fold down, jejely. You understand? Put down. Once you don't do that one, you don't do your own. Then now the rest now you have to make the counter, make Obi become the president of Nigeria. I beg Nigerian people, make we not fail in this duty. This now what we need now. Obi and Yusuf Dati, now they be the ogbonge people now we don't ready say they want carry Nigeria come on for inside this too much calamity we they face. So Nigerian people, if you did their beg, share this broadcast. For those of you who they give us stars, I will still thank you where. Wanna continue to give us stars. Wanna continue to support all this movement. Every way, not just this communist show movement. Every movement will be they get to do to be that movement. And make you to do your own. Talk to your papa, talk to your mama, talk to your brothers. Make sure say your family they obedient. Because the suffer is too much. If you put this country for terrible hand, now be saying you want to bury this country. If you put this country for Atiku hand, in fact, you don't already bury and be that. There is no way out. The only way, the only window right now Peter Gregory will be. I beg. Make we not fail. And I want to leave now with this comment when he be say, this is our brother, put out. And they call resemble Nigerian situation. I'm going to read them now. Stupid is knowing the truth, see the truth, but still believing in the lies. Now waiting they happen now for many of our young people. They see the truth. We they show them the truth. They know the truth as we they analyze them, but they see they believe in the lies when they come from those when they advocate for Bola Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar. My people, let's be obedient. Let's be obedient. Stupid is knowing the truth, say the truth, but believing the lies. Be obedient. It pays to be obedient.
This is the Common Show. This is the Common